proof that Orly Tate's November 18th, New Hampshire Ballot Law Commission hearing on Obama being removed from the ballot was illegal. Orly Tate's had a hearing scheduled for November 18th in New Hampshire to try and remove Obama from the ballot because he is not a natural-born citizen. So the night before the hearing, I sent out an email to every New Hampshire state representative and senator to make them aware of Orly's hearing and to give them the truth beforehand. I emailed hundreds of legislators, and I got one reply, which was within minutes after sending it. The one email reply that I received back, which got me interested in looking into this panel, was from a Representative, Timothy Horgan, who is a member of the New Hampshire House of Representatives and is a Democrat. His email reply reads, and I quote, "I know most of the people on the Ballot Law Commission who are making the decision. The commission is not going to invalidate Obama's candidacy based on your argument. Especially not after he was elected president and is running for re-election. And even if they do what you want them to do, which is extremely unlikely, Obama will doubtless challenge the decision in court. By the time the court battle plays out, January 8, 2012, will have come and gone." Representative Timothy Horgan. A few friends told me I may have taken the email wrong, and that the guy was just saying there was nothing we could do about it. But after reading the following Huffington Post article about Mr. Horgan, I have no doubt that what he said in his email reply was a snarky, liberal, bot remark made with malicious intent. So let's get back to this illegal panel. The New Hampshire Secretary of State's form on their website lacks information from some of these people, and I was also wondering why there were 14 members listed when the law clearly states there should be only 10 members and appointed the following way. I decided to call the Secretary of State to see if I could get some info on the missing information regarding their member list and find out why there were 14 names listed instead of 10. We talked for a while, but a lot of it was irrelevant to the issue, so I edited some parts out to keep the video shorter. This is how the form looks after updating it.
Secretary of State. Hi, I was trying to find out if I could get some information on the form that's on your website that seems like it's incomplete.
What kind of a form is it?
It's your Ballot Law Commission list of 2011.
What do you need to know?
Well, on there you have listed 14 people. It shows that some weren't approved, but your total list is only 9 people and it's supposed to be 10. And I'm trying to find out which ones are the core members and which ones are the alternates.
I don't know, because I know we recently had to call them for ballot law, and some of them dropped off the list and hadn't told us. So let me get Karen for you. Hold on.
Thank you.
The regular members that we have now are Bradford Cook.
You can just say their last name. I have all their names.
Clemens. And
they're just the 5 core members?
The other ones that were asked, yes, because we've had some resignations and the people have not been reappointed.
Is there someone I could speak to for a few minutes and go through this form? Because I need to find out who and who they were appointed by. Because on this form it doesn't say who they were appointed by, and some say they weren't even approved. So I just want to get the form correct.
Brad Cook.
So Okay, so you're saying Gregory T. Martin is no longer a part of it?
He's resigned.
Resigned. James R. St. John?
I don't even see him.
Okay. Silvio Dupuis?
His term has run out.
Gary Francois?
He is not on the list anymore.
Franklin Poor?
His term has also run out.
Elizabeth Hager?
She is a Republican alternate, appointed by the Speaker of the House. As is Brad Cook is also appointed by the Speaker.
And what's his party affiliation?
He's a Republican.
Jameson French? He was on the panel that did the one on Friday, so
He is an alternate, appointed by the governor.
And what's his affiliation?
It actually doesn't say.
I'm pretty sure it's Democrat. I've looked him up, but I can't get proof. That's why I was trying to call you guys. Paul McGurk?
That person is no longer on the list.
And Breakfast Cook. Christopher Carter?
Really, we need to update our list.
Yeah.
No longer on the list.
Charles Chandler?
He's no longer on ballot law.
And Jane Clemens, you said was?
Yes, she's a regular.
Margaret Ann Moran?
She is an alternate.
What's her
Those two are Democrats.
She's a Democrat. And then Martha Van Orr?
And OOP.
OOP.
She is a Senate President appointment.
And her affiliation?
She's a Democrat.
That panel, by the rules, is supposed to be either the five, or if one was absent, the one that replaced them is supposed to replace the same party member, or the same party affiliation. So they had four Democrats and one Republican.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so what do I do about this? Because that's illegal.
You probably want to write either to us or to the Attorney General. Well, you can put it in writing to us.
All right, but now that I'm telling you, you're not going to do anything about that?
I don't know anything about that law except when I'm reading off this list. You would have to send it to the Secretary of State or to the Attorney General's office.
And then send the law along with it that shows what I'm talking about and all?
Sure.
So this is very important. I mean, these people decided on a president's eligibility. 5 people should not be able to say, and illegally determine that he's eligible. He's not eligible.
Well, I can take a message and see if anybody can call you back, but I'm not sure we can really be in charge of that. Usually it's the Attorney General's office.
Okay, well maybe I'll try to call them next.
I later found this updated list, which has the most recent members and ones who had recently left the commission. It didn't make sense to me, because my research shows Jameson French to be a Democrat, but they have him listed as being a Republican. The law regarding the Ballot Law Commission is set up a certain way to keep the panel fair between the two parties, and nominating someone like this is skewing the panel. I decided to look into his party affiliation again, and came across his contribution list, and sure enough, for the past 6 years, he has voted for Democrats. That's him. You may say you are a Republican, but for the past 6 years, you have voted as a Democrat. On the day you were appointed to the Ballot Law Commission, October 6, 2010, as a Republican, you made a contribution to a Democrat. And 3 more times, in 2011, you made contributions to Democrats. Obviously, it's not against the law to be a rhino, but are you aware of New Hampshire Code 665-3, which clearly states, "No ballot law commission member shall make a contribution to any candidate for office or political committee." Busted. The Obots claim that Mr. French's term did not start until 9 months later, on July 1, 2011. But that is not the case. as it shows on the following form. Jameson French was replacing Gregory T. Martin, who had resigned, and you can clearly see on the form that French's effective date is October 5, 2010. Meaning, he was a member of the Ballot Law Commission at that point, and contributing to a Democrat the same exact day. The R after your name must stand for Rhino. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. French. Uh-oh, Mr. French. It looks like you've got some splaining to do. Will you be letting the Ballot Law Commission know that you are resigning for breaking the law? And could you please make sure that Orly Tates's new eligibility hearing is promptly rescheduled? Since by law, you were not qualified to be on the panel on Friday, November 18, 2011. Therefore making your vote illegal. But Mr. French is probably just following tradition. You know, like in tracing Mr. Silvio Dupuy's footsteps, who also broke the law and made a contribution in 2006, while on the Ballot Law Commission from December 7, 2005 through July 1, 2007. It also doesn't seem fair or prudent that other panel members be allowed to vote when they are as biased as Martha Van Noot, considering her candidate contributions. From the looks of her donations, her name should be Martha Van Obot instead of Van Noot. She should have recused herself. So, here we have a corrupt, as in members not being qualified, 5-panel, Ballot Law Commission, that is holding illegal hearings to determine Obama's eligibility to be president. Yes, just 5 people to decide whether our country survives or is ruined by this usurper. They ignore the facts, and they ignore the law, which clearly states 665(7) filing disputes. The Ballot Law Commission shall hear and determine disputes arising over whether nomination papers or declarations of candidacy filed with the Secretary of State conform with the law. The Constitution, which is the law of the land, clearly states Obama must be a natural-born citizen. Yet the facts prove otherwise. Instead, they claim all you need to be on the ballot in New Hampshire is to fill out the form and pay the $1,000. Because they refused to look at the facts and accepted Obama's name on the ballot, you can now add another forgery to Obama's long list of felonies. Because Obama lied, filling out this form, saying he was qualified, when he clearly isn't. I cannot believe, with all the lying, corruption and breaking of several laws that is involved with this hearing, that the New Hampshire Attorney General, Michael Delaney, is actually investigating House members who attended the hearing, who weren't satisfied with the outcome, and voiced their opinion, instead of investigating this corrupt panel. Oh, I know why. He's a Democrat. So why did Obama go to New Hampshire a couple days after the hearing? Did he have to pay off his abettors in person? Pathetic. Another illegality of the Ballot Law Commission would be the appointment of Jane Clemens. The 2010 New Hampshire Speaker of the House, Terry Norelli, appointed Jane Clemens to the Ballot Law Commission while she was a member of the House of Representatives. The law clearly states, Section 665(1), no person shall be appointed to the commission who holds an elected office or who is an election official. Jane Clemens was a House member until the day before she was approved for the Ballot Law Commission. So obviously, she had to be a member when she was appointed. Notice the law says, no member shall be appointed. It does not say, no member shall be approved while being an elected official.